Also, I feel like a total head and a big blonde because I am filming this video on Snapchat, not TikTok, so obviously I'm a Snapchat virgin as well. I was quite impressed about how easy the zucchini is to chop. So, I mean, that makes making this recipe a lot easier and a lot less time consuming. I will update you as I go. Yes, so this is what the zucchini looks like, all chopped up, 3 baby zucchinis. I'm also making soup virgin, just so everybody knows. This is a big first time for everything, so you're here to experience it. So full disclosure, I really don't know how to cook, and the ingredient calls for 1 small onion, so I had to text a picture of my onion, which is, I got a big one from Walmart, to my sister to ask her if this was the correct size, and she says yes, that's how much to use. Then I also know what my sister said. She loves clover, so the recipe calls for 2 clovers, but she says she adds 3 because she loves clover. My landlord is great. All the dishes and stuff came with my apartment as part of my rent. And she swears by this garlic smasher. I've never used one before, and I think it's super sweet. She's like, they're $50, but I think everyone's supposed to have one. So this is my first time smashing garlic and actually using garlic in any food that I've ever made. I don't do it unless I'm somewhere else making food with somebody else. So I'm also a garlic smasher virgin. Thank you very much for listening. I'll update you on my progress. So I hadn't even started chopping the onion yet, and my sister was like sending me a whole bunch of extra instructions that aren't involved in the recipe. So number 1 was, do I have an inversion blender? I don't know what an inversion blender is. I'm like, is that the one my mom used to make mashed potatoes in? Then she sent me a picture of a handheld blender, and that's how blonde I am about cooking. I'm like, can I put it in my regular blender? She's like, yeah, just let it cool down first. And then she's like, oh yeah, you might want to use a bigger pot or make it in 2 batches, because when I made mine, I had to make it in 2 batches. And thank God she said something, because, yeah, you see, that's just the zucchini and it's already overfilled. So I'm going to switch it up and change it to this pot. There's more, but I'll show you the text messages when I make my YouTube video, which I'm not a YouTube virgin, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to use a garlic smasher right now. When I moved into this house, I had a conversation with my landlord when she was showing me the utensils in my drawer, and I had to sign off on everything that was in the house, like to make sure that when I leave that all items are there or I have to replace them. So she's like, oh yeah, I thought I'd throw in this garlic smasher because I love garlic, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, do you want me to show you how to use it? Because I've never used it. I'm like, I don't even eat garlic. I'll probably never use it. She's like, well, here, I'll just give you a little tip about how to use it. She's like, probably the first one you want to like put in a little piece just to test it out. I put it in all little pieces because I find that you get more garlic out of it. And the reason for that being, 1 second, I'm just going to put the piece in. So my camera went on fritz a couple times. I don't even know like where it was about the garlic smasher or what. So I'm just going to do it again. Sorry for the repeat if it repeated myself. So you want to use a piece about this big in the garlic smasher the first time you use it. Because, and the reason being, she says, you smash the garlic in and then you, 1 sec. And then, I don't know if you can see this, see the garlic's at the bottom, but if I was to forget that I had, or sometimes you don't notice that you forgot to take the peel off the garlic smasher, so the first time around, you can know and then fix your garlic, and then it's just really easily comes out. So as you see, that's the peel, and if you catch that on your So, like I said, I might need a new iPhone because the camera on here sucks and shuts off on me. It's my iPhone 6S is going on the fritz all of a sudden. Ever since I told someone I didn't want to replace it, now everything seems wrong on it. But anyway, so in the garlic smasher, when you don't have a peel, this is garlic at the end, and it just pulls right out. So the thing about the garlic smasher is if you're not careful, it's a real bitch to clean. But if you use nice little pieces like this, then you just rinse it out and you're good to go. So, this is the garlic smasher after. I'm going to try cleaning it. I was just wondering, I don't think it really saves you any time, the garlic smasher. It's just easier for not getting pieces of garlic. So, and I know some people don't like to touch garlic, so that's when the garlic smasher would really come in handy. But me personally, I don't think I'd ever spend $50 on something that I'm barely going to use, and if I did use it all the time, I would just probably chop up my garlic, unless you're scared of cutting your fingers. So, I mean, it's really depends on the person and how they feel. I'll show you after I clean it up. Thanks. So yes, it holds true. It took me 2 seconds to rinse it out and dry it. It's super clean, super good. I don't have to do anything, just use water and clean it out with a paper towel. I mean, you're not putting anything else but. So now I've got all the ingredients thus far that I'm supposed to make the cook at a low medium boil. This is what it looks like. I mean, to me that doesn't look too great, but I'm sure there's not many more ingredients. I think only it calls for sour cream or something. So I'm gonna put it on a low heat. I don't know what low heat is, but 6 will do. And grab my lid, put that bad boy on it. Maybe set a timer on my phone for 5 minutes to make sure that the lid should go on it, because I'm not sure. I haven't actually double checked my recipe, and that's why I don't like to cook, because I don't like to do things by the book. So yeah, I checked the recipe, and at low heat, it says to cook on low heat covered, so I had that part done, but I put it on 6, so my stove top is pretty hot, so I'm keep it on 5. I'm not really sure what low heat describes. Usually, like if I was making noodles or something, that would be on 4. Depends on the oven or the stove, I guess. And now I'm gonna relax, drink my smoothie, and I'm supposed to check it in 20 minutes. So let's see how it goes. So this is the process of what it looks like after I've let it cool down. So I'm just gonna blend it, add the sour cream, blend it again, and then reheat it in order to have a nice yummy bowl of soup, hopefully. I don't know how much I like zucchini, so we'll see. So this is the finished product before putting salt and pepper in it. I'm quite impressed on the looks of it. I don't know if I'm gonna freeze it or eat it, depending, I guess, if I like it. There's not enough to freeze, I don't think. So bad. I didn't think I really liked the soup at first, but I ended up going for a second bowl, so obviously my body really enjoys it. It's nice and healthy, and so yes, I would do it again.